Good morning, students. I welcome you all to the Vidya Setu, the YouTube channel of our school. Today we will continue with the same chapter, Getting to Know Plants. In this chapter, we have already studied about the different types of plant, leaf and leaf venation. So today we are going to study about root and flower. So let's start our class. Student, root is the underground part of plant. It is that portion of plant which is located below the soil. Alright? And it is very important part of plant. Now, roots are of mainly two types, taproot and fibrous root. Taproot is that root in which there is one main root and the small sidewise lateral roots are present. Fibrous root is that root in which there is no main root. Okay, and thus all the roots they look similar. Look into this diagram. This diagram is of taproot. This central root, it is called the main root, and the smaller these sidewise roots, they are known as the lateral root. So in taproot, one main root is present and small lateral roots are present. But in case of fibrous root, there is no main root, and thus all these roots they appear similar. Examples of taproot, this diagram is looking similar like that of radish. So the example of taproot are radish, carrot, turnip and various other plants. Examples of fibrous root. The plants which have fibrous root, they include plant of maize and grasses. Grasses also have fibrous roots. Now student, there is a relationship between the root system of the plant and the venation of their leaf. Now if the plant have taproot, the leaves of such plant would have reticulate venation. Alright. And if the plant has fibrous roots, the leaf of such plant would have parallel venation. So taproot means reticulate venation and fibrous root means parallel venation. Now we will study about the function of root. Root it is very important part of plant. Why it is so important? Because it provide anchorage to the plant. Anchorage means it fixes the plant into the soil. The plant is standing straight. Why it is standing straight? It is because of its root. Alright. So root, it helps the plant to fix it into the soil. And second one is the absorption of water and mineral from the soil. It means root, they help the plant to absorb water and mineral from the soil. Now this absorb water and mineral, it goes from root to the leaves. How it will go from root to the leaf? Through the stem. Okay, stem will carry this water and mineral to the leaf. In the leaf, the food will be prepared by the process of photosynthesis. Now the prepared food would also travel through the stem and it would also reach to the root. Now some roots they store the food material in them and such roots they are called the edible roots. Edible means which we can easily eat. Those roots which we can easily eat. Okay. So they can be used as a food. Examples of edible roots are carrot, radish, sweet potato, turnip and tapioca. What is tapioca? We eat tapioca seeds. Tapioca means sabut dana. Okay. Now let us study about the flower. Flower is the very beautiful part of plant. We know that every part of plant is necessary because they have a proper function and they perform a proper role which help in the survival of the plant. So similarly, flower also has some important function. Flower is the reproductive part of plant because after fertilization flower forms the fruit. प्लांट में जो भी फ्रूट्स होते हैं बेटा वो किससे बनते हैं? फ्लावर से. After a process which is known as fertilization. This fertilization process you will study in the higher classes. Alright. So these are the pictures of flowers. This is the structure of flower. Flower has many parts like petals, sepal, stamen which is the male portion of flower, pistil which is the female portion of flower, and all these parts of flower they are attached to a swollen base which is known as receptacle. Alright. Now we will study about the parts of flower. Petals. First part of flower is petal. So the colorful leaves of flower they are known as the petal. Here you can see in this diagram these leaves are orange colored. Here they are pink and white in color. So these colorful leaves of the flower they are known as the petal. What role do they perform? The petals are colorful, so they attract insect towards them, and the insect they help in the pollination. Pollination means transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma. Now this anther it contains small pollen grains. So these pollen grains should be transferred from anther to the stigma of the pistil. So this transfer would be carried by some insects when they sit on the flower. These pollen they get attached to the body of the insect and they are then transferred to the stigma of the flower. This process is necessary for the process of fertilization which helps in the formation of fruit. Okay. Now you must have seen honeybees sitting on the flowers. Why the honeybees they sit on the flower? Because they used to suck the nectar from flower. For getting nectar they sit on the flower. So they are attracted towards the flower by these colorful leaves. Okay. Now next is sepal. Sepal they are green leaves of the flower. They are not colorful. They are always green in color. So what is the role of sepal? Sepal they protect the flower in bud stage. Bud means kali. When the flower is in the bud stage, it is protected by the sepal. Now next part of flower is stamen. Stamen is the male part of flower. Okay, it has two parts, anther and filament. So these in this picture you can see here these are the stamens. Now stamen has two parts, the upper part which is known as anther and it contains pollen grains, and the lower part which is stalk like it is known as the filament. Now next portion is the pistil. It is the innermost part of the flower. When you remove all the parts then you will be easily able to notice the pistil, and it is the female part of flower. It again has three parts, stigma, style and ovary. So the topmost portion, it is known as stigma. This tube-like structure which connects stigma to the ovary, it is known as style, and the lowermost portion of pistil, it is known as ovary. All these three parts, they are together called the pistil. Okay. Now this ovary contains the ovules. After fertilization, this ovary would form fruit, and these ovules which are present in the ovary, they would form the seeds, because we know in the fruit what is present, seeds are present. Okay, so the seeds are formed from these ovules. Alright students, you would be easily able to see the ovules when we cut the ovary. Okay, when we cut it horizontally and vertically. Alright students, so this was all about this chapter, getting to know plants. See you in the next class with the new chapter. Thank you for watching.